Good evening and welcome. This is VA3CJZ Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G, for Wednesday, June the 1st, 2022. My name is Chuck and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. And we are also streaming the net live on YouTube. Just put VA3CJZ in the YouTube search box and look for us live there or under the title A.R.E.G Week 1498. And this informal Simplex Net originally was founded by John Sims, Victor Echo 3, Juliet Sierra Uniform, VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430 megahertz. And while this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may even encourage some of you to improve your station. And keeping in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, we encourage you to ask for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. And lastly, we also ask that you please leave a 2-second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. May I now have check ins for this evening's A.R.E.G?
VA3 AXJ. VE3 LBI.
Okay, I heard two stations there, AXJ and LBI. Let's go to Rick first. Good evening, Rick.
Yeah, good evening, Chuck. How's things over your end? Pretty quiet here. Just relaxing after a rough couple of weeks here, but we're hanging in there and we're being safe.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I happened to, the wife was going into, I think it was Walmart one time, and they were giving out rapid tests. And so she ended up with two boxes. So there's 5 tests in each box. So I wasn't feeling well. I had a stomach flu, and they kept telling me when I had my back procedure that oh, that's one of the main symptoms, having runny bowel movements. So okay, I took the test, negative. Took it again, negative. So I know that's not it. It's not the big COVID. Anyways, there, Rick. Sounds like you're feeling a little bit better. Tired though, but as long as you're feeling good enough to enjoy this nice weather.
Yeah, Roger, those kits, I got about 7 of them. So I'm up and down the hospital all the time, eh? Seeing my granddaughter and that, and my other buddy. So I test frequently because I don't want to be contagious or, getting it or whatever. So every time I go anywhere and they got a free one, I grab it. So I got about 7 of them.
Yeah, right on. It's yeah. You can never have too many of anything. Pretty much, I guess. Anyhow, Rick, great signal, good audio, my friend. You gonna stick around with us for a little bit?
I won't be here for the duration, but I'll be here for a little bit anyhow, at least an hour. Then I'll be packing it in, I think. I got to go to Dunville tomorrow. And I got to go up to the reserve tomorrow. And I got to go up to the McMaster's tomorrow. Yeah. I hope I make it till 9 o'clock.
All right, Rick. Well, if you gotta go, just jump in and say goodnight, and we'll say 7-3. All right, Rick. Thanks a bunch. Let's go down to or up the hill to Larry, VE3LBI. Good evening, Larry.
Yeah, evening all. Doing a check in now because at 9 o'clock or something comes up that I usually want to check on YouTube live. So I thought I better get in. I missed it last week because it was a double header and I didn't get in 10 o'clock there until after actually it finished up. If anybody's interested, I'm going to post this on the A.R.E.G too. Dave, VA3CP, is going to try to activate a park downtown Hamilton on Sunday. He's going to try to do it on UFH and VHF. The park's very small. You only use a handheld, so I'll post it on there. I got some times and stuff and the frequencies, and maybe we can help him out to see if we can get it activated for him.
Yeah, by all means, Larry, go right ahead and do that, and we'll try and help him out.
Yeah, he's not going to do it until Sunday afternoon, so it's no reason, like nothing early or anything. He is, I think, going to try 40 if he can't get it activated. Whether he's going to do it at CW, he's got a QRP rig, 5 watts. He may try 40. Don't know frequency because you never know which ones are going to be used and stuff. But if I catch wind of it when he's there, because he can usually send me a message, what I'll do is I'll put it up on the ZOE and say what frequency he's on 40 meters after he does the. Well, like I said, he's going to try it on 146 and then put 446 also to see if we can activate it that way. It's never been activated before. It's actually just off of the Hamilton City Hall area.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting. That should be interesting. Well, hopefully the weather holds out, and yeah, we'll try and help him out.
Yep, and I'll post it, like I say, on A.R.E.G, but I probably won't put it in until Friday, just so it doesn't kind of get lost in the archives.
Yep, I hear you. Okay, very good.
Other than that, I'm glad a little bit of the heat broke, but the humidity's back in here. I'm just looking at the temperature. The basement's still 79 degrees, so it's still warm down here. I'm thinking maybe I want to open a couple of windows, let some air through.
Yeah, really, really up and down temperatures today. The humidity is the big factor, though. I know around lunchtime, uh, came down here and looked at my my outdoor weather station there, and it read what was it, 19 degrees, I guess, and then so I click up the weather network on the my laptop here, and it said it was 27, and I'm like, no, it's not. I go outside, sure enough, it was 19 degrees, and then of course a few hours later jumped up to 23, 24, and the humidity, whoo, it's up there. The dry temperatures in the house, in the basement, are going to stay high unless I put the dehumidifier on. But the air conditioner upstairs takes care of that for the upstairs. But down here, if you leave any food out, it'll go bad like overnight. It'll go stale, chips or anything like that. So you got to make sure you wrap them up tight.
Yeah, well, that's what I say. I think we didn't put the air conditioning on. We left it off. We just fought our way through it. But, the night before, last night, there was a nice breeze came through. Last night was kind of still, but through the night we got a bit of a breeze, so give us a break. Open up all the windows. Well, I left them all open upstairs. I don't think anybody wants to rob me. I got nothing to steal, so anyways. All right, Chuck, I'll see if you get anybody else in there. I can listen along probably until just around 9 o'clock-ish. And then I'll take off and follow along this YouTube live thing that's on. So, and like I say, well, I'll post this on the A.R.E.G site probably Friday, and people can join in if they wish. Help Dave out. It's a little bit rough. We tried it today, but the just his handheld is a little bit hard to hear. Pick them up mostly on 2 meter, but some people might be able to get them on 440 side.
Okay. Yeah. My two directional antennas are down until I take the whole thing down, and I had a screw shear off there during those big storms, and um, it was holding 2 pipes, one inside the other, and so I've got a little bit of a drop in there, and yeah, so they're out of commission until then. But hey, I can hit downtown pretty good from here, so. Yeah, we'll try and help out. Thanks for bringing it up here on the net, and we'll look for that post on the A.R.E.G Facebook page.
Yep. Okay, and I'll probably say something on Friday night too. All right, back over to you. See if you got any more check-ins. VE3 LBI clear.
Okay, thank you, Larry. Up on the mountain, VE3 LBI. Let's see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm in the east of Hamilton, looking for check-ins.
VE3 FJJ.
Is in there for you, Chuck.
Okay, I heard Flynn and Mac, and there was a double, I do believe. Who's that other station?
Might have been me, VE3 RWJ.
All right, nice, strong signal and audio there, Chris. All right, anyone else?
Victor Alpha 3 Extra Lima Juliet.
Okay, gotcha, Vanya, loud and proud. All right, well, let's start off with that and go to the East End here. VE3FJJ Flynn. Good evening.
Well, good evening, Chuck, and everybody on frequency. Just thought I have a check-in there. I'll be around for a little while, but going to be resting the leg up a little bit. Had a minor altercation here.
An altercation or an accident?
Altercation that made the newspaper.
What? All right, I'll bite.
So I'll just say right now, somebody jumped over the fence. I went after them, and I got stabbed in the leg.
Oh. Wow, eh? And where were you when you noticed this person? Were you in the shack, in the house? What?
I was in my shop, and I seen the hands go over top of the fence, and I ran out and said, like, what the hell are you doing? And knowing me, I jumped over the fence and went after them and had a small altercation. And, yeah, next thing you know, my leg got diced.
Okay, you had to go to the hospital and get stitches, I'm guessing. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a bit of a gash, I'll give you that, you know, and other forces were there with me, and, oh, yeah, had my whole house taped off, alleyway was taped off. It was an exciting night.
Woohoo! I guess they'll be canvassing the neighborhood and possibly looking at security footage in the area.
Oh, yeah, they were just here today getting my footage off my system.
Yeah. You got to have that nowadays, man. You just you have to.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it was you know, that was Monday night actually. I just finished a weekend of days, 12 hours, and you know, I was just sitting back relaxing, and yeah, look what happened. It's just unbelievable the way, you know, I don't mean to be so rude, but society is, you know, certain people, I don't know. I feel for them, but in another way I don't, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the same group or same person as before they're trying to get in there. So that's interesting. That's too bad, though. Sorry to hear that, Flynn. I hope you heal well.
I'm just doing what I can, so you know what I mean. Just, you know, got to take a couple days off of work, which I don't like doing. You know, I got to, you know, make the bills and everything else. But, you know, sometimes things just happen for a reason. Just, you know, say, okay, well, then move on and just, you know, do what I can.
Yeah. Okay, Flynn. Well, I hope you stick around with us for a bit more. We're gonna go down the list here, and we've got you in the log. Great signal, great audio as always, and so we'll talk to you in a bit. Next, let's go to VA3IMW. Mac, good evening.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on frequency. Glad to be in the log. I hope you heard that KCI is in there, and he's looking to check in as well. So I'll let you go ahead and pick him up.
Alrighty, thank you for that. Let me put him in the log here, and then we're going to switch over to the remote station here if we can. Thank you, Mac. VE3 Kilo Charlie India, VA3 CJZ. Art, are you there? Oh, maybe the remote station is down there, Mac. If you wouldn't mind relaying for Art, please say hello and ask him how he's doing.
Roger that. VA3 KCI, this is Vector Alpha 3 Uni Mike Whiskey. Good evening, Art. And Chuck's having a little hard time with the remote station, so I'm going to relay you in for him tonight. Any traffic for the net, and how you feeling?
No.
Well, there's nothing like a little bit of handiwork to keep the mind busy and the body engaged. That's really good. So any other activities on the radio? Any kind of stuff going on that front? Okay, well, Chuck, what do you got? What do you got for KCI? He's been doing some work on a table that he found. Did a little bit of reno work with it, and he's buffing it up nice and pretty. So, other than that, Chuck, I'll let you carry on there and see if you got any questions or feedback for Art.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell Art I hope he's enjoying the, let's just say, the view of people wearing less clothing than in the wintertime. The young ladies walking by, keeping him busy and happy with a smile on his face. And yeah, we're all good over here. And we're happy that the nice weather is here.
Roger that. Yep. So, Art, we just want to make sure that you're getting enough enjoyment of the scenery, the summertime scenery, with the young ladies that are busily strutting their stuff. Are you observing from a distance and staying out of trouble? Well, sometimes being a artistic observer is not a bad thing, rather than being personally engaged. So, anyways, yeah, we'll let Chuck pick up a few more stations. You gonna stick around for a little bit? Okay, Roger that. Yeah, so Chuck, if BK comes in there with a check-in, let's make sure that he gets a chance to chat with Art, and he's wishing everybody the best for Saturday's Treasures in the Trunk thing going on in Grimsby. So that's all I got for now, Chuck, and I'll let you go ahead and pick up a few more. I'm just going to sit here peacefully and listen to this, that, and the other. I'll be here for the evening.
Okay, Mac. Thanks for the relay. And yeah, we'll make sure and let Rick know, BK, that Art is here, and they can say hello. And so yeah, let's just continue on down the list, and we'll get back to you soon. Next is VE3RWJ. Chris, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, hello, Chuck. Sorry about that. No traffic or anything from Ancaster. We had quite a few thunderstorms go through today, but nothing severe. I think that all went sort of Niagara or Niagara way. We missed it. Anyway, you're sounding great, and my local noise source that comes on every night now comes on just after 8 o'clock. So you and Larry were both full quieting, and now you have, now you have background noise. The only person who's full quieting with my interference, who's not affected by it at all, is Mac, the 3IMW. So, Mac, you're booming in here. Anyway, nothing else. We're just going to listen along. And congratulations on almost week 1500. I guess we're 2 weeks away from that. VA3CJZ, V3RWJ.
Yeah, it's very good, Chris. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, we also have a high noise level tonight. I've got an S3, S4, but you're coming in full strength. Great audio, but there is that peculiar white noise in the background, very slightly. But like I said, you're full strength here, so I don't know if it's the conditions doing that. And I haven't really compared to other stations. I haven't really listened in that hard. I'm only wearing one earbud tonight for the net because my dog's been having accidents again up in the kitchen. So I want to make sure I listen to him whine at the door instead of coming to ask me. And so, yeah. Okay, Chris, are you heading out to the Treasures? What's it called? Let me pull it up here. Yeah, the Hamilton Amateur Radio Club putting on the Tailgate Treasures in Grimsby, and it's a tailgate only, so bring your own table. QEW Casablanca Boulevard, turn left at Livingston, turn right before the church. Yeah, so are you going to that?
No, wasn't planning on it, but I'll probably be, because the Burlington Club's putting it on, I'll probably check out the Ontario Hamfest coming up. I think that's July 9th. And I forgot to announce it on my net, but there's another one. Rochester is this weekend if people are willing to travel quite a ways. I guess that's a fairly big one too. But anyway, hope the Hamilton one's a success, and great to see these things happening again.
Yes, absolutely agree with you there, Chris. It's about time. Even though it'll be a tailgate only outdoors, remember if it's going to be sunny, bring a hat, or if you have a little those little, what do you call those tent things there? Anyways, yeah, I wish them well, and I'm glad you brought up the July 9th event because that's my birthday, and I may go to the Milton or it's called the Ontario Hamfest on July 9th there. So I'll probably have a bit more money, I'm thinking too. So yeah, very good then. Other than that, there, Chris, yeah, we had a nice rolling thunder of a day. I actually laid down for a little nap, and it was very soothing. And here we have a message from R.P.A.D. on the YouTube live stream. He says he'll call from his bicycle mobile. So we don't know where he's going, but we'll find out when he checks in. Very good. Anything else, Chris?
Nope, that's it from here. I'm gonna go check out the stream.
All right, very good then. Yeah, see that noise now is almost completely gone. So it's something interfering somewhere. All right, thank you, Chris. VE3RWJ. Next on the list is Vanya, Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
Hello, Chuck, and hello, everybody else. So, yeah, I just about to give you a quick check-in. I was kind of radio quiet for past couple of days. I had a few things to do around the house, and I was not able to find enough time to talk on radio, believe it or not. Like, I kind of know I was, but it's, anyways, sometimes things they catch up with me, so I try to fight the fires all over the place. Anyways, so my wife, she had a little procedure done on a Monday, so she was a little bit under the weather, but she's doing well now, so that's a good news. And even better news, today I was switching my daughter's winter tires, and as I was torquing the lug nuts on the last field, it started raining, so that was good. That was good because I just finished like the second before, so I was able not to get soaked, so that's good.
Yeah, well, when it's hot and humid, a little shower there sometimes feels good. If you don't mind a little bit of acid rain. But yeah, geez, I remember I got soaked one time walking back from No Frills when I used to be at the uh, Maine there at the Delta near Ottawa, and got soaked. And then when I came home and everything dried out, I had a baseball cap, a good one. It was a NASCAR, and the damn thing faded on me. So uh, I blame it on the acid rain. But anyways, yeah, glad you got that done in time there, and everything worked out. They're saying we're gonna supposed to be having some more rain coming in and thunderstorms starting after 8 o'clock. So anytime now, soon, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good thing because I cut the grass yesterday too. So I mean everything kind of fit. I'm not gonna say perfectly, but they fit quite well. So it's kind of worked out good even with all excitement what we had. So but it's good.
Okay, one question for you there, Vanya. That picture you put on the AREG Facebook page there, what's that meter with the antenna on it?
It's just the field meter. So basically you can measure. Do you have any RF in the shack? Does it come down the coax? I guess that's the idea behind it. But what I do, what I was planning of doing is I was planning of mapping the antenna lobes. The software gives you something, and in the real life, when you put things together, like it's never works as intended or as described. It will work. So usually that's from my experience. So I was thinking to put the thing maybe a couple of meters up in the air and take like maybe 15, 20 feet of the string and whatever, like a 4 or 5 feet post and walk around the antenna like every so many degrees and the map the lobes of the antenna to see how does actually radiates in a real life. It's let me just drop it. It's basically just the whole bunch of the passive elements inside and maybe a couple of diodes to rectify whatever they should do to rectify to move the needle. So uh, yeah, it's just like field meter, I guess. I don't know all this talk. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Saves me from having to go back and check the post. No, I'm just kidding. I always check in there and see what's new. All right, Vanya, anything else happening? Do you have plans for the weekend?
No, no, not weekend. I might go to that radio thingamajigger. So maybe to see and meet other people, which I met only ARPAD so far. So and you, yeah. So anyone else, I don't know anyone. So but I would not, I would not mind. I would not mind. How you say that? I would not mind. Yeah, I think that's
I
correct.
wouldn't mind.
I would not mind meeting other guys too, because I mean I spend with you guys every so often, like half an hour every day. So it's time to put the face to the voice, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Um, yeah, I know so many people that I've only wondered what what the other party looks like, and then you see a picture and you're like, oh, okay, didn't expect that. So yeah, it's curiosity, right? It's a social thing, so very good. Yeah. Hopefully we have good weather for it. I don't know what it says right now for the weather for the weekend. We'll check that out later. But thank you very much, there, Vanya. Are you going to stick around?
Yeah, I told my wife I'm gonna be home at 10 sharp. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of try to stay late, and then I have to go home and they rush my son with the shower and other stuff. So yeah, I might check out a little bit earlier, but yeah, I'm planning on staying as long as I can, I guess.
All right. Where are you there? Sitting on your perch?
Yeah, I'm up on a garbage can, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a coffee and I might relocate actually.
All right, very good then. Maybe we'll hear our pad on the next call out there. So we'll let you go, grab a coffee, and then we'll catch you next round. And I also noticed Wade from Ancaster, VA3NCA, is checking in through YouTube. He's having an early night. And so, just a reminder to everybody, if you want to listen to us on the YouTube live stream, just put my call sign in the YouTube search. That's VA3CJZ. And look for the live button or AREG week 1498 is the title. Okay, well, let's see if anyone else is out there who'd like to join us here on the AREG. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and we're looking for your check-ins. Please come now. All right, we're going to start that now. Okay, well, let's go to birthdays today. Famous people born on this day. Hang on here. First one is Andy Griffith. Andy Griffith, born on this day, 1926. I'm sure you all remember the Andy Griffith Show with Ron Howard. He was born in North Carolina. He passed away in 2012. Yeah, he was also on Matlock, it says here. I remember that show. That was a good show. Marilyn Monroe was born the same year, 1926, on this day. She was born in L.A., California, Los Angeles, passed away in 1962. Next one here, some of you might know this name. Charles, a.k.a. Pat Boone, American singer. A lot of songs here. Born in Jacksonville, Florida on this day, 1934. Pat Boone. Next is Morgan Freeman. 1937, he was born on this day in Memphis, Tennessee. Next person is Mike Levine, born on this day. He's the bassist for the band Triumph, and he was born in Toronto on this day, 1949. And then we have Paul Coffey, Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame defenseman, has a birthday today. Born in 1961 in Weston, Ontario. Boy, there's a lot of them. Heidi Klum has a birthday today, 1973 on this day. Born in, God, I can't even pronounce that. North Rhine-Westphalia. So anyways, yeah, German so okay. Born in Germany, I would assume. And then Alanis Morissette has a birthday. Born on this day, 1974. And she was born in Ottawa. Amy Schumer, the American comedian, born in New York City on this day, 1981. And then the very last one I have here on the list of birthdays today is Tom Holland. He's the latest Spider-Man in the new movie and in the Avengers movie. He was born on this day in 1996 in England. So he's British. Did not know that. He hides that accent very well. All right, well, with that, let's see if anybody else out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Golf Bravo Delta.
Okay, I hear one station, George in the East End, VE3, Golf Bravo Delta. Good evening, George. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Going good. Still got to get the garbage ready to take out, but I was just sitting there shooting the breeze with the wife there on the deck, and I realized, wait a minute, A.R.E.G is on. So I told her, get in the house.
So, when you're up there, where do you get your firewood from?
I don't know. There was a feller there. My wife has the website
up there for up there at the trailer park, and there was a guy that said he would he sells cords of wood or just little bundles. So we bought a cord of wood, $85, and he actually put it right in our little wood shed thing that we got up there. Man, that's a lot of wood.
Yeah. I think PDL there has a nice little storage bin that he built for about a cord of wood there, if I'm not mistaken. If we hear him in there tonight, we'll have to ask him. Well, yeah, that's the whole idea, right? You buy bulk and it lasts you a while.
Absolutely. I'll get my wife to send me a picture, because the guy, when he put it in the my woodshed thing for the firewood, well, he sent a picture to her. Like he brought it and he actually piled it in our shed for $85. You can't go wrong for that.
Wow. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Oh, that was very nice of him. Yeah, that's it's a bit of work for sure.
Oh, it's definitely a bit of work where my trailer is, because it's up on a hill. So they probably did about 20 wheelbarrows full just to get to my woodshed.
Wheelbarrow, that's a good idea. Yeah. The pictures I saw of your place there, George, you have a lot of wooden walkways and stairs, and seems to be a lot of lumber there.
Oh yeah. I'll get my wife to send a picture, and I'll put it on the A.R.E.G group thing.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Sure, I'd love to see that there, George. And next question, the golf cart. How's that working out?
Um, he probably dropped it off today. We did purchase the golf cart, but he had a few things he wanted. Well, my wife wanted him to replace the front windshield and get rid of that backup beep. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we'll have it there when we go up Friday.
A backup beep on a golf cart. Never heard of that. Usually it's bigger vehicles you hear the backup beep. Yeah, that'd be annoying out in the country where it's quiet and all you hear is beep, beep, beep.
Oh, buddy, this is a steady. When you're in reverse. I've heard a few of the golf carts up there do that, but my wife says, "Oh, I don't want that. That's just way too loud." And so yeah, it should be on our lot actually when we go up Friday.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I wish you good weather. And yes, beginning of summer, my friend. So I'm really happy for you. And yeah, enjoy. You gonna stick around with us for a bit there, George?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's see if anybody else is out there. We're done with VE3GBD. Let's see if anyone else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. I do believe it's the longest running Simplex Net in the Hamilton area, originally founded by John Sims, a VE3 Juliet Sierra uniform. And we're approaching week 1,500. And 2 more weeks to go. And we also stream the net live on YouTube. Just put my call sign in the YouTube search, VA3CJZ, and look for us live there. And so, who else would like to join us here? We're looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, ARPAD.
Oh, well, there he is. There he is. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, ARPAD. You're sounding good. Come in.
Hello, Chuck. Good evening to you and everybody else on the net. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. I call myself a bicycle mobile. I'm right beside, Albion here, hill. You follow that all the way up to the top of the mountain. Right beside the red hill. That's where I'm hiking at, and I'm very close to a hydro tower. I try to resonate this tower to make the good transmission using a handy walkie-talkie with the rubber ducky, extended rubber ducky antenna with the diamond. Not the greatest on the 2 meter, but I guess it is working.
Yeah. You go from full quieting to having a bit of white noise in there with you, and anywhere from S9 to almost full strength. And so, yeah, it's up and down. It's to be expected. But you're sounding good there. Let's see if Mac can hear you. Mac, you still there?
Roger, I'm still here. What am I supposed to be listening to?
ARPAD, can you pick him up?
I just got back to the radio. ARPAD, come on back with another transmission.
Okay, I'm trying. I tried to position the radio to max full signal. Are you coming in full signal? I'm using the handy walkie-talkie over at Albion Hill, right beside the red hill on the top of the mountain. Putting out 5 watt. Am I making it?
Oh, roger that, yeah. The lowest I got you is an S7. It's usually hovering at an S8. So, yes, your Bofang Gang radio station is doing a good job, Roger.
Okay, you know what I did? I just turned around, and maybe I'll find a better spot. You are full scale here. Did the signal increase at all?
Well, you're still hovering around that S8 mark, so can't complain. 5 watts across the mountain, you're doing a good job.
Okay, what I'm going to do, because hey, we are ham radio operators, and what I would like to do is I'm going to drop the power down to 1/10 of the watt, 100 milliwatt, and just to see if anybody can able to hear me, and stand by for a second. I'm not sure if I can change the power on the fly here, but where's the power on this radio? Here, let me see. No, I had to unkey it. Hold on. Okay, now I'm putting out 100 milliwatt. 100.
Yeah, insert the Jeopardy music here.
For 3 Victor Alpha Delta. Does anybody hearing me?
Yes, ARPAD, I can hear you. You're about, what is it, S15, S10? With slight noise, but I can make everything out you're saying there.
Okay, I changed my location. Maybe it's better position, I'm not sure. Now, I'm using an extremely low power. This is designed to talk very close range. Like if you have one of those, these short distance devices. Yeah, if anybody can hear me right now, 10 milliwatt. Milliwatt, sorry, 1/10 of the watt. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to you, Chuck.
Okay, ARPAD. Well, when I unkey there, I'm going to ask if anybody else picked you up. I got you at an S8, S9, again with some noise, but I could make out everything you were saying with that extremely low power. Did anyone else pick up ARPAD there? Please come now.
No, we're both Susie, Chuck. Okay, where are you?
He's right by your son.
Red Hill, as you go up on the mountain on the bicycle, and right by Albion Road on the top of the hill.
Oh yeah, Roger, right by my son's house. Yeah, I got you about 4 bars, and your modulation is cracking, but I can understand what you're saying. I can hear you clear.
Yeah, Roger. I checked the SWR on this antenna. The antenna is a diamond antenna. It's an S.R.E.G 77CA. It's about a $30, $25, $30 antenna, a radio world. It's a little bit longer than usually. It has a perfect match on the on the 440, but not on the 2 meter. 2 meter is a little bit short.
Well, I can hear you clear. Signal is steady 4. The last transmission was a steady 4. Modulation was clear. And that's about all I can tell you. It's working for you, though. This is VA3AXJ, Rick. Okay, R.E.G, we're going to pass it back to net control.
Okay, there, Rick. And again, your general location is where again? How about it there, Rick? Do you want to give us your location?
Oh, yeah, I'm at Victoria and East Avenue South.
Yeah, so near Maine and Victoria there, R.E.G, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, Roger that. And yeah, Mark said it's a Bofang radio. Actually, no, this is an ICOM radio, an ID51, but doesn't really matter. I like the low power settings. I got one of those DV access point dongle at home, so I can use D-Star on it with low power. You can talk on it for a whole week with that very, very low power. Thanks for the radio check, Chuck and guys. And I'm going to turn the net back to you. Thank you.
Okay, very good, R.E.G. Thanks for checking in, and great job. And enjoy your bicycle ride there. It shows here that it's 22.3 degrees outside the CJZ studio, and I'm sure there's plenty of humidity to go with that. It's showing 61% humidity here in the basement, so I did have the window open. Okay, very good then. Anyone else out there would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and we're looking for your check-in. Please come now. All right, well, let's send it back up to Larry, VE3LBI. You still there, Larry? Oh, he must have moved on. One thing I did not check, and we're going to do right now, is the upcoming contests on this weekend. There is, what's this? PSK 31 and CW, two big contests on the weekend. And then the 1010 International Open Season, that's again PSK. There's what else is there? The UK SMG Summer Contest, and that's for 6 meters only. And then we have the Kentucky QSO Party. That's sideband, CW, and digital. And that's all the way down from 2 meters, 6 meters, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. And that's digital, sideband, and CW. The Kentucky QSO Party. Another CW, two more CWs, digital, a lot of CW and digital. I guess the Kentucky one, or I'm sorry, the what was that? Kentucky is the only one for sideband this weekend. So, but anyways, if you'd like to check it out, please type in contest calendar, one word, .com, and you can check out all the latest contests and upcoming contests. All right, let's do one more call out and see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins. All right, let's send it back up to Flynn, VE3FJJ. No, Flynn must be refreshing his beverage or changing his bandage on the leg. I'll have to check that out on the Spectator there. Sorry to hear that, Flynn. Hope you feel better soon. And let's go to our resident chef, Boy R. Mac, VA3 Indy Mike Whiskey.
Yes, it's me again. Yeah, Chuck. Boring. Yes. What's on the stove tonight? Well, if you've ever had cheddar cheese smokies, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Those sausages that just won't stop giving. If you think you enjoyed them the first time around, wait until about a half hour afterwards and they start to repeat on you. Anyways, yes, it's sausages and all the fixings to go with it. That way we don't have to spend a lot of time heating up a whole pile of stuff and getting the house all warmed up. We managed to come through a couple of days of warm weather without turning the air conditioning on. Because my goodness gracious, why would you need AC in the month of May? Anyways, we're into June. My, how time flies, right? We're almost at the halfway mark of 2022. Speaking of which, marking time, I guess you only got a couple of weeks to go before it's the 15 millionth anniversary of the AREG, Roger.
Yes, absolutely there, Mac. It kind of feels surreal there. Don't have anything planned. I wish we could have something over here, but it's just not feasible to do over here.
Well, there's going to be a point in time where we all get together, so we're going to have to put our heads together and figure it out. Anyways, yeah, like Vanya said, looking forward to getting eyeball QSO with a number of hams down in Grimsby on the weekend. And I know that Greg is chauffeuring Paul, Steve, and Pierre, maybe. I'm picking up Sean at the Grimsby Airport. ARPAD's scheduled to have a table down there, and yeah, we're going to have all kinds of all-stars down there. Are you heading out there as well, Chuck?
Well, I'm going to see about our transportation issues there. Like I said, my wife works Saturdays, so we'll see if we can swing it. But I'm really going to be looking forward to the July 9th one. Oh, here comes my Amazon device telling me that it's now sunset. Wow. 8:53 p.m. That's pretty late.
Roger that. Well, there's an extra seat open in Greg's truck. So if you wanted to make arrangements with him, you could probably get a seat with that group, Roger.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Mac. We'll consider all our options there and try to go.
Yeah, we want to see what Chuck looks like in real life, and you know, with your full array of Walter White regalia.
Yeah. Well, you can get an idea of what I look like on the live stream here on YouTube, but it's not like meeting someone in person, that's for sure. All right, there, Max. Since we've got you online here, let's go and say hello to Art and see what he's been up to.
Roger that. Is that V Victor? Oh, Victor. 3. Yeah, I'm making a real mess of it. Art, are you still there? And you're up to bat again. We're coming through the batting order pretty quick tonight. There you go. Tell us a funny story. The best thing that happened to you. What's going on? Okay, sore muscles. You're now a knight of the round table. It's split in the middle and has 2 leaves. Yeah, that's even better than Toronto. They only have 1 leaves and they suck. Anyways, yeah, it sounds like next time we pop over to not make your antenna situation any better, you'll be able to show that off to us. So how's the radio working for you? And oh, goodness gracious, wouldn't it be nice if your landlord would let you poke a hole in the wall and throw some coax out there and throw an antenna on the roof? Any possible chance of making some improvements over there? Oh my goodness, Art, that's so negative. Yeah, I guess you and I are cut from different cloth. I would rather beg for forgiveness rather than ask for permission. Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to make better use of that wonderful radio. My goodness, that FT, whatever it is, it has HF and VHF and UHF capabilities, and you're not getting 100% out of it. So let me get my brain cooking, and we'll see what else we can do. Anyways, Chuck, he's still working away on his curb find. He's got a beautiful oak table that he's refinishing, and he's making himself stiff and sore because he's working so hard at it. But Chuck, any other questions for
Art? Let's see now. No, not really. Just happy that Art could make it to the net this week. I do believe we missed him last week. And his call sign is Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India, KCI. So anyways, just please say thanks for checking in, and we'll find out if we can use the remote station for next week. I'm not sure what's going on, but unfortunately we can't pick you up tonight.
Okay, so Art, Chuck wants you to be absolutely reassured that your check-in is much appreciated. Glad to hear you in there this week. I think we missed you last week, but nonetheless, keep up the good work, and perhaps the remote station will be back online next week, and Chuck will be able to make contact with you directly. So you're still sticking around, Roger?
Computer, show front yard.
Okay, yeah. What about an indoor ceiling ground loop for 40 meters? All kinds of opportunity. There's 40 and 20 meters may be a good place to do that, and you can keep the people's feet warm upstairs. Yeah, if you get a ground loop antenna put up on the ceiling, you could actually keep the people upstairs feet warm. There you go. See? Yeah, we're being considerate. All righty. You know, being on the top floor has got even better opportunities. I can still remember my first base station. I drilled a hole through my closet ceiling and shoved an 108-foot fiberglass whip up into the attic. And yeah, I was running a CB base station out of my bedroom before my parents even figured out I had a radio at home. Anyways, okay, Art, we'll let you stand by, and we'll turn it back to Chuck, and let's see what other entertainment he's got for us tonight. Go ahead, CJZ.
Okay, thanks again, Mac, for the relay. Much appreciated, sir. And just looking at the temperature forecast for Saturday, it says here we're going to have mainly sunny skies with a high of 19. So it'll be a little coolish in the morning. So dress appropriately. It is going to, be a little warmer with the sun shining. So, but still 19 is a little bit coolish. Uh, but again, that's usually at the peak time of day, which is around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So by then, the tailgate treasures will be over. So not too shabby temperatures. We're looking at anywhere between 22 to 18 degrees for the next week. 23s, 22, 20, 19, and 18. So yeah, looking pretty good. All right. That was Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey, uh, relaying for Victor Echo 3, Kilo Charlie India. Before we carry on the list, let's see if anyone else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. Any new stations, please come now. All right. Well, let's go and see if Larry's still with us there, VE3LBI. Let's try Flynn again, VE3FJJ. All right, Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey Juliet. Chris, are you there? All right, it's who's next? VA3, X-Ray Lima Juliet.
Hello, Chuck and everybody. So I guess I don't have much to say, so I'm gonna give you guys a 7-3. It's gonna be time for me to move around and to go home. I guess coffee is almost done, so I guess we're gonna talk again probably next couple of Wednesdays because by the looks of it, I'm gonna be off for a little while. So that's a good and a bad news. So, anyways, the good news is I'm gonna be having more time to spend on radio. So I'll talk to you guys later on 7-3.
Okay, Vanya. Well, thanks again for checking in with us and sticking around for as long as you did. Much appreciated. It is a fairly lovely evening there with the sun setting right now. So we'll bid you adieu and have a great rest of the evening. And we'll probably hear you on AREG Net tomorrow or the next day or whenever. Okay, Vanya, take care. VA3 X-Ray Lima Juliet. Next is George, VE3 GBD. George.
What's going on, Chuck? Not much to report. I'm just looking at my lawnmower. I left it out there outside of the garage, and I'm like, wow, there's a water pooling. So I'm thinking, well, I'm going to drill some holes so the water don't pool around the motor.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little. I know what you mean there. I usually have to brush all the dead grass and whatnot out of there all the time. There, it just sits there, and so I'm sure if you leave it out when it rains, it's going to have a nice little puddle right around the motor there. So yeah, just don't make the holes too big so the grass doesn't come flying out.
Just little pinholes. But yeah, I got to take this lawnmower up to the trailer because the lawnmower the fellow left me. Well, the pull, yeah, it's too tight. He hasn't used it in 3 years, and he left it kind of under the trailer. So I'm gonna bring it home, work on it, and see if I get her going. But I got to take this one up to cut the grass because they sent us a little email saying, "Well, your grass getting a little long." So I gotta take all that up. But other than that, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah. You know, sometimes it just takes a little effort to fix things. I mean, I've been living here for a little over 4 years now, and uh, we have this lame towel rack in the bathroom, and if you bump it, the pole falls out of the holes because it's loose. And finally, I went to the basement there, George, grabbed a 5-cent screw and just wedged it in the side there so the towel rack doesn't move anymore. And she's as good as gold. But it only took me 4 years.
I know. I still got stuff to do around here. My wife keeps complaining about the rattling coming from downstairs because people pull on it and it falls off. She's, can you fix this? Yeah. That's part of my 3-year plan.
Yeah. Well, like there's a joke I read on Facebook. I think it was said, when a man says he's going to fix something, he will fix it. It might take him, 4 years, but he'll do it.
I know. There was actually a mug I seen that said, quit hounding your husband about fixing something every 3 months. Eventually he'll get to it. Something like that. I can't remember, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, for sure. And well, that's how it goes. Anyways, there, George. Yeah, we just thought we'd touch base with you again there. And did you happen to read that story about Flynn in the paper?
No, I didn't even know there was a story about Flynn.
Yeah, I guess he caught somebody trying to break into his backyard there and ended up getting stabbed in the leg.
Oh, no kidding. Holy moly. Yeah, no, never heard about that one.
Yeah, and I think a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, he was telling me about I think he got his hands or thumb or something slashed or whatever with a knife there. So it's not the first time.
Well, he's in a pretty crap neighborhood. That's all I can say. But yeah, wow, that's crazy, especially on his own property.
Yeah. Well, I guess he chased him off the property and caught up with him a little ways away from his property, and that's where the trouble started. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I would probably do the same thing. That happened to my brother. I don't know, 20 years ago. He chased a bunch of kids off his property, and the one kid had a board with a nail and stuck it right in my brother's cheek.
Ouch. I remember as a kid, I punctured my cheek with a candy apple stick. They got a pointy end. Well, I accidentally had it jammed inside my mouth, and it poked a hole right through.
Good old candy apple. Man, I haven't had one of them in, jeez, 30 years or better.
Yeah, you know what, George? Me too. Me too. And I used to work in the carnival business, right? So I could eat them at any time I want. I still love the taste of that candy, though. It's good stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Well, since I'm almost all just gums now, yeah. But hey, I would lick that candy apple clean.
Oh yeah, for sure. I still keep in touch with my buddies from the Carney. There's a couple of dozen people I still talk to. Some of them are still in the business. Most of them aren't though, but yeah, some of them still are.
That's awesome, though. Yeah, at least you keep in touch. That's great. Keep in touch with the guys you made memories with.
Yeah, it's been 32 years since I left, 1990. So yeah, lots happened. I've lost a few of those friends to cancer and stuff like that. So um, yeah, but there's still a few of us around there. So I think the '80s were the best time of my life. '80s to '90, and we had a great time. And so they're great memories, that's for sure. There, George.
Oh, absolutely. Best time of my life, the 80s, late 70s, 80s. Best time of
Yeah,
my life. You know, be able to, I had cars that were hot rods that were just, you know, fun to drive and get rid of them in a year, buy another one, boo, boo, boo. Back and forth. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The 80s was the best. The best.
yeah, I agree 100% there, George. Late '70s through the '80s. Yeah, best time. All right, well, I wonder where PDL is. He's missing in action. A couple other guys there. North End Richard, we haven't heard him in a while, not even on the live stream there on YouTube. But in any case, we'll carry on. George, anything else there before we move along?
No, not right off the brain cell. But yeah, carry on, see if we can get somebody else key up out here. V3GBD, I'm listening.
All right. All right. Well, let's continue with a couple of on this day. We did the birthdays. We have just a couple of people who passed away, famous people. One person is Lizzie Borden, passed away on this day at the age of 66 of pneumonia in 1927. She was an American woman who was acquitted of the murder of her parents. Um, and yeah, very mysterious circumstances of her father and stepmother hacked to death with a hatchet. 1927, Lizzie Borden passes away. And then we have Curly Lambeau. You've all heard of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the NFL Green Bay Packers home field after great coach Curly Lambeau. He passed away in 1965 on this day at the age of 67 of a heart attack. And 1965. Curly Lambeau. I wonder if that was on his birth certificate. Curly. Who would name their kid Curly? Anyways, another person who passed away on this day is Helen Keller, the deaf blind person. In 1968, she passed away at the age of 87. She was an American political activist, and she was the first deaf blind person to earn a BA, a Bachelor of Arts. So, yeah, good for her. That couldn't have been easy. And then we have Yves Saint Laurent, the French fashion designer, dies at the age of 71 back in 2008. And that's it for famous people passing away on this day. Let's see if R.E.G is still with us and if he's moved or near the same location or what. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. ARPAD, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here, just enjoying the sunset here. And Mark made a comment about the meeting, and I came up with a good idea. Actually, maybe in the summertime, anytime, maybe we can go to George's farm. George KYY. He stated he wouldn't mind to host us, and if you guys want to go even for a 2 day, and we're gonna call it as a field day or something, I don't know. Yeah, he got all kind of room at his farm, so he's more than welcome to take everybody. Then we can carpool. Back to you, Chuck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea there, ARPAD. A property with lots of room. I know a friend of mine I used to work with at E.D. Smith had a farm on Caster Center. It was a couple of acres, I think, 2 acres. And he'd have a big bash, giant fire pit going, and you bring your tent, sleep there, and make sure you bring a flashlight because, oh my God, does it get dark at night out in the country. But yeah, it was great. Great people sleeping over, people going home. But and then we had music, big fire. It was a great time. Yeah, something to consider there, ARPAD. Very good, very good. Yeah, we'll mull that around for sure.
Yeah, Roger that. He stated that a few times. Anybody welcome if you guys want to play radios and whatnot. Even he has one of those from Bell. Bell dropped off a one of those. I don't know. Looks like a container, but it has power supply, power, everything to it. So yeah, and bring your own tent if you want. He has 5 bedroom in the house. He lives alone in the 5 bedroom. So. I'm very sure we can find a place to sleep. So, and you can have a fire. You do whatever you want. Yeah. And just one more thing: if you guys go outside, take a look at the moon. It's very, very skinny today.
Oh yeah, is it lining up with the planets there, the sun and that, the Earth?
I don't know, but it's west of us, southwest, I would say. And it looks like just a very small crust you can see. You don't see that every day. I guess the sun is far, far, far away to the west.
Oh well, maybe we'll be able to see meteor showers there if they're still going.
It looks like a banana.
I didn't. Actually, I was thinking about that today at daytime. I'm gonna have to leave that for tomorrow and check it on the SDR play. You can't see it at nighttime.
Yeah, well, in person you can. If you're in a place that's dark enough, you look up, and if you got a clear sky, you got it made.
It looks like a banana in the sky.
Yeah, looks interesting, isn't it? You don't see that every day, eh?
Yeah, George, a banana in the sky. Yeah, well, after the net is over in about 41 minutes, we'll go outside and see if we can spot it there. It's garbage night, so we still have to go outside.
Yeah, it is a beautiful night, by the way. Yep, I'm standing on the top of the hill here, and the sun was shining earlier. I could even see Toronto and Mississauga, all that, and the buildings were glowing. They were glowing. Very nice. The sun set already.
XJ.
All right, very good. Okay, RPAD, hold on a second. AXJ's breaking in there. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm just going to be saying 73 is the frequency, and I'm going to take a quick peek outside and see that banana, and I'm going to hit the sack. So 73 is out. Everybody on the frequency, VH3, XJ will be QRT.
All right, there, Rick. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did, and you enjoy the rest of the evening. And we'll talk to you again somewhere down the log. Okay, Rick, thanks. VA3 AXJ. Was there another station out in the distance trying to check in there? Please come now.
Yeah, Artson with the short.
Okay, please. We acknowledge Art. If you could relay, please.
Okay, Chuck. KCI is giving us 73s and wishing everybody the best. So that's all for now. That's all, folks.
Okay, very good then. Thank you, Art. I did hear bits and pieces of your transmission at around an S4, but I have like an S3, S4 noise level, so it was difficult to make you out, but I heard you say 7.3. And so take care, my friend, and we'll talk to you again soon. VE3 Kilo Charlie India, VA3 CJZ. Sorry, Rick BK hasn't checked in, but if he does, we'll tell him he missed you. Okay, is Art still in there? I don't think so.
No, he's gone. All done.
All done. Just like I tell my dog when I give him a treat. All gone. Okay, very good then. Thank you for the relay, Mac. Well, let's do another call out and see if we can get anyone else to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm in the East End of Hamilton. Looking for check ins. Please come now.
It's the West End girl, VA3 OYL.
You know, it's funny you say that, Debbie. I was looking for that song on the radio today or on the computer today. So, welcome, West End Girl, VA3 OYL.
Hello, it's been a little while since I've been on. I've been busy. Today, I've been eradicating ants in the house. Lots of ants this year. They're driving me crazy.
Yeah, they usually show up early in the season, and then they go away. We usually have ant issues in the spring, early summer, but there was a few that showed up, and I put down some of that liquid bait poison, poison bait, and I haven't seen any in a couple of weeks now, which I find odd because usually they get in. I mean, old houses have small openings, and we bought those little puck thingies there for the ants, but these ants are so big they don't fit in there. So I had to get the liquid poison.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I have to be careful with the animals, but a lot of the ants were in. I have a sun porch in the back, and the ants seem to be congregating back there. So I washed the floor with borax to kind of get rid of their scent trail. And I did a few other things. There's some traps down and some diatomaceous earth and out of the way of the animals, of course. But yeah, there's all over the driveway. There's you can see the pavement ants where their little dirt piles have come up out of the ground, and they're just crazy this year. A lot more black ants too, or the big carpenter ants, which worries me. They must be eating the sun porch away.
Yeah, that's what we have is the carpenter ants also. But the pavement ants, like you were just mentioning there, I walked down my back deck, and at the very bottom where the patio stones are, they must have been uh, 10,000 of them, and it just looked like a cloud or a pile of dirt is what it looked like. But that pile of dirt was moving.
Oh wow. Well, I have when it gets warm, really warm, like say 20 above 25 for a couple days in a row, I get citronella ants, and they come up out of the ground and they fly away, and then they go off and die. But they come out in a big swarm, so I have to watch around for any sign that they're going to come out, and then I don't go anywhere near where they come out, and just let them do their thing, and then once they fly away, it's over and done with.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I lived at another house, we used to see a swarm of weird looking bugs come into our backyard, and then after I don't know a half an hour or whatever, they would all drop down, like literally just fall out of the sky and die.
Oh, I wonder if that's the citronella ants or not. I don't know. I think there's like a little bit sort of a reddish tinge to them.
Yeah, I never was able to see them quite close up, but um, I know in Florida they have these flying insects. They look like they're uh, actually connected when they're flying. It looks like there's two of them together, connected at the at the butt kind of thing. And uh, I call them a four-letter word that starts with an F, and then add the word flies. The F flies, and yeah, I think all they do is they mate, and then maybe the male drops dead, and the female keeps going. I don't know, but uh, pretty weird insects out there. I'm so glad we don't live in a tropical area like Florida. I love Florida, but man, I just heard of a guy who got eaten by alligators there near a golf course recently. So yeah, a lot of things can kill you.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, dragonflies sort of connect like that and go in a circle when they're mating, I think. I forget what it's called, but that's kind of neat. Yeah, well, there's stuff that'll kill you no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, yeah. I saw a picture online. I think it was on Facebook, um, and it explained that certain uh, spiders that mate with the black widow, sometimes the male will um, use its silk, its webbing, to tie up the female so she doesn't eat him after he's done.
Smart.
Yeah, there was even a picture. I don't know if it was real or not, but that was pretty funny. I'm saying to myself, good for him. He'll get to live another day.
Well, who unties the female though?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I would just be thankful personally.
Anyway, on that note, I'll let you see if there's anybody else in there. I don't know if I'll be around for last round. I think Puppy's kind of got his legs crossed.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for checking in, Deb. We missed you, and it's always a pleasure having you with us here. on the AREG, and in 2 weeks' time, it's going to be week 1,500. So we hope to have you stop by then.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to remember. I'll put it on the calendar. I'll pencil you in.
Comment.
Okay, hang on, Deb, before you go. Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, just Deb, I want to let you know I got the Pet Shop Boys reference there. East End boys, West End girls. Roger.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of '80s stuff lately, so I guess it was in my brain.
There you go. And it's now in ours. West End girls.
Dome, dome, dome. Yeah, I was doing the same thing there, Deb and Mac, and um, before the net there when I was doing my documentation for the night, and I figured, you know what? I'm tired of listening to all the apps, music apps on my cell phone. I'm just going to make a play, like make a file with a bunch of music in there, and then I can just play my own. And that was one of the songs I was trying to download, and I was having some difficulty. Those are pretty old songs, and so not too many people carry them around for free. Sure, if you want to pay money, but yeah, free downloads of music there is only a couple of places that I like to go to. And yeah, so we're creating our music list. Sometimes I get poor reception, either it's my Bluetooth or it's the signal coming in. So because I wear the phone inside a case. Um, but yeah, it's always nice to have your own personal music. Remember when we used to have our Walkmans with our cassette players, cassette tape?
I think I still have one lying in a drawer somewhere.
Uh, yeah, see, there you go. Um, yeah, it's somebody mentioned, yeah, it's the same difference between 1970 and 1918 as it is 1970 to 2022. Same amount of years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was something along that line, anyways, but makes you think, eh? If we were, you know, 70 years before. Anyways, um, yeah, I'm trying to do math here. It's not working. Okay, Deb, I'll say thank you and I'll let you take the pooch out. And thanks again. You enjoy the rest of the week there, my dear.
Okay, I'll say 7-3, and we'll catch you all later. VA3 OYL.
Okay, well, Debbie is check in number 11. A little bit of a slow night tonight, but that's okay. It is currently 9:33 p.m. and 21.2 degrees with about 78% humidity. It's quite humid out there. Let's see the recent very low wind, 2 to 3 kilometers, 83% humidity. So yeah, um, hopefully that humidity will go away tomorrow after all that rain we're supposed to be getting overnight or in the mornings. And so yeah. Okay, anyone else check in with us on the YouTube live stream? No. Quiet over on that front. Well, let's do one more call out and see if anybody else out there would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. A.R.E.G. This is VA3CJZ looking for check ins. Please come now.
PE3PDL.
Hey, look who just woke up. VE3PDL. Paul, how's it going?
Good, good. I just finished watching that new Maverick movie, and yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, that's why I wasn't here earlier, but didn't want the net to go away without throwing a bean in the pot, sir.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, very good. I saw that movie actually a few days ago. Before it came out, actually, I saw it last Wednesday. I got a download, but yeah, we won't talk about that. So yeah, it was all right. Of course, nothing beats being at the theater watching it on the big screen, though, right?
Nothing too killer or anything, but not bad. Plays right along with the rest of the story and stuff quite well.
Yeah, it was nice to see them bring Val Kilmer. I guess he's not very healthy. I think he's got throat cancer or something happened to poor old Val Kilmer there, but they they got him in there, and they actually used digital recreation for his voice because apparently he doesn't have much of a voice now.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, so everybody was wondering, what happened to Val Kilmer? We haven't seen him in movies for years. Well, that's why. I don't know the exact cause, but he's not well, and we sure wish him the best. And it was great for Tom Cruise to get him in there in the movie. It was a small part, but got him in nonetheless. I'm sure it's great to watch on the big screen at the theater with the nice sound system and that. Unless you have a very large flat screen TV, yeah, but nothing beats the theater, right?
Yeah, I just watched it at home here, but yeah, big screens. Yeah, hard to compete with that. Anyway, I'll let you pick up some more. I don't know if I'll be here for the next go around, so just to let you know. And good evening to everybody on the frequency. I hope everybody's doing well. 7-3 for now, V3 PDL.
Okay, Paul. Thanks for checking in, and send my regards to the missus and everyone in the family. All right, so with that, we'll do another call out and see if anybody else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm in the east end of Hamilton, looking for check-ins. All right. Well, let's talk about things that occurred on this day. Apparently, in 4000 BC, they've discovered that horses were starting to be domesticated near central Ukraine in 4000 BC. So that's when man decided to tame wild horses for the first time, apparently. And this is something Paul might like. 1495, in the year 1495, is the first written record of Scotch whiskey. Appears in some written thing here in Scotland, and it was a friar who was the distiller. Friar John Cor, Cor, was the distiller of Scotch whiskey. 1495. Eh? See those priests and friars and that monks. I'm sure they've perfected the booze distillation on their in their temples and whatnot. There. First earthquake recorded in the U.S. In the year 1638 in Plymouth, Massachusetts. First earthquake recorded. And then it snowed in Buffalo on this day in 1843. As a matter of fact, on the news, they're saying there's snow going to be falling in Manitoba. There's a storm coming through there, up to 40 centimeters in some spots in the northern part of Manitoba there. Yeah, they don't call it winter peg for nothing. Thomas Edison. Now, he's the guy that's responsible for inventing the electric vote recorder. He receives his first patent in 1869, Thomas Edison, for the electric vote recorder. So I'm not sure if that's like a punch card thing or what have you, but yeah, nonetheless. Now the voting machines are tampered with all the time. Anyways, first payphone in the United States, 1880 in New Haven, Connecticut. First pay telephone service in the United States. And they decided that you needed a driver's license and a license plate on your car in the UK in 1935. Compulsory driving tests. Here's another interesting note. Queen Mary completes its maiden voyage, arriving in New York, and that's on this day in 1936. And the Rolling Stones arrive in New York's Kennedy International Airport on this day in 1964 for their first U.S. tour, and they're greeted by about 500 fans. That's when people were allowed on the tarmac, and that must have been quite the sight. 1967 on this day, EMI record label releases the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band nationwide in the UK. It goes to number one for 22 weeks in the UK. Wow. Tobacco advertising is banned on Canadian radio and TV. That started in 1969 on this day. No more tobacco. Booze is okay, but not tobacco. And then the Heimlich maneuver for rescuing choking victims is published in the journal Emergency Medicine on this day, 1974. So before 1974, people just choked to death. 1975, the cars in the Netherlands must have seatbelts. And finally, Woody Harrelson is arrested on this day in 1996 in Lee County, Kentucky, after he symbolically planted 4 hemp seeds to challenge the state law, which did not distinguish between industrial hemp and marijuana. I think I remember that. I think he handcuffed himself to a tree and planted some seeds, watched them grow. I don't know. Just kidding. All right. Well, that's it for on this day. Join us again next week for more tidbits of information. Let's see if anyone else is out there would like to check in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ, looking for check-ins. Boy, I sure missed that remote station. We'll have to get a hold of Bob there and see what's happening with that. Okay, well, if we go to the top of the list here, Rick A.R.E.G already said goodnight to us. And I think Larry had to leave. VE3LBI, you there? All right. I think we might just start the 7-3 round early, being as we've already gone a couple of rounds and not too many new check-ins. Let's do that then. We'll make it an early night, and we can all go watch the banana moon. Next is VE3FJJ. Flynn, are you there? Last call.
Hello, Chuck, and everybody on net. Yeah, sorry I didn't catch you on the couple turns there. I was just busy doing a few things, trying to do it anyways. But thank you, Chuck, for having the net, and you do an amazing job there.
Well, thank you, Flynn. We try our best, and that's why I usually have those little bits of information to give out there when things slow down a bit. And I'm sure some people appreciate it, others not so much, but what the heck. And thank you, Flynn, for being there. And we can usually count on you every week. Don't forget next week, and then the week after that will be AREG 1500 weeks celebration. So we'll work on that. Thank you, Flynn. Anything else, sir?
No, well, I'll try to be there as much as possible. I work continental, so 12-hour shift. So this week this week unfortunately I couldn't make it. I was on nights, but next week I'd probably be on days. But who knows? But anyways, thanks, Chuck, and yeah, I'll just take it a little easier and try to get healed up as quick as I can.
Yeah. Follow the doctor's orders, and do this, don't do that, and next time, don't chase people off your property. It's better if you grab them when they're on your property. Take it easy, Flynn. Thanks again. Let's go to Mac, VA3IMW. This will be the last call there, Mac.
Last call, last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Sorry, Paul. Stole it from you. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Yeah, how many ways you want to slice it? Anyways, yeah, summertime. Beautiful weather. It's not quite summertime, but it feels like it. And yeah, people are outside doing stuff. So anyways, a couple of weeks and we'll be at week 1500. And I'm sure something will pan out. We can all get together. Anyways, if you're interested, I'll reach out to Greg and try to secure a spot in his truck on the way down to Grimsby for the weekend, and looking forward to see everybody down there as well. Anyways, 73s, Chuck, and it's always good to have a Wednesday evening with this group. Doing a great job. Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey. I'll be monitoring for now and for a while after.
All right, very good, Mac. We can always count on you. I do appreciate your presence, your comments, and your presence. So, yeah, if I don't make it to the Hamfest there, I wish you all the best. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit coolish, but sunny. So 19 degrees for Saturday is what they're forecasting for the high. I wouldn't be surprised if it probably went up to about 24. They're never right. Anyways, thank you again, Mac, and take care. VA3IMW. Let's go down the list here and see if Chris, RWJ, is still with us. Chris. All right. Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima, Juliet. I think he said he's leaving, but last call. All right, going down the list. Next will be George, VE3 GBD. George, last call. All right, see what I mean? Next is ARPAD, Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Last call, ARPAD. Yeah, just to remind everyone who's listening there, if you missed it, ARPAD said that George, I think VE3KYY in Caledon, has a large property, and he said we should think about doing a get together over there. Something to definitely think about. Large property, open fire, good times. Even bring your antennas if you like. Put a couple up, a long wire or what have you. Okay, so no response from ARPAD. Let's try Debbie for last call. Victor Alpha 3, obey your leader. West End girl. All right, taking the pooch out. I think I'm going to be doing that there shortly. Very good then. Last on the list is Paul, VE3PDL. Last call, Paul. Okay, we'll do one last call out and see if anybody would like to be would like to check in to the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, A.R.E.G. This is week 1,498 weeks that our A.R.E.G has been on the air, and we're looking for your check-ins. Any last-minute check-ins, please come now. All right. Well, it's been a blast, and it's time to put a bow on it. It's now time to close this evening's Amateur Radio Exchange Group, and as I mentioned, week 1498. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's AREG, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. Until then, stay safe, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, saying 7-3 and good night. We will be taking a short break, and we'll come back either here or maybe even on a repeater. We'll go say hi. Make use of them. Okay, again, VA3, CJZ, QRT for now. Thanks, all.
Yeah, thank you, Chuck. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta 73. Probably I'll be on the repeater.
All right, sounds good, Arpad. Take care and thanks.